DILR, Data Interpretation and Logical Reasoning. So again, welcome to Vision MBA. Let's just talk content. What is needed, what is required. No bullshit. Let's get started. First thing first, on how many marks, what percentile you can get. Now, of course, you guys must be knowing the difference in between percentile and percentage. Percentile is how much you scored as compared to others. If in an examination 100 students are appearing, amongst those 100 students, how much you scored. If you scored more than 80% of the students or more than 80 students out of 100, you got 80 percentile. So percentile is the comparison. Percentage is how much out of you have scored. So in CAT exam, guys, DILR got 32 questions. This section has 32 questions, not 34 like quant and verbal. Just like quant and verbal, every right question get 3 marks if you attempt it correctly, and every incorrect got the penalty of -1. But then, just like verbal and quant, you got few theta questions. Theta is type in the answer. It's nothing but a question where the options are not given, and if you attempt those questions, you won't be getting a penalty. So I'm sure you guys must have already focused on what is there on the screen. If you just get 19 to 21 marks, yes guys, it is so easy to get a nice percentile in DILR section. And then yes, there is a loophole also, which I'll explain you soon. If you just scored 19 to 21 marks, you're going to get 80 percentile. If you score 33 to 37 marks, you're going to get 95 percentile plus. As a candidate who's appearing in the examination at the beginning, my target should be 25 to 28 marks. 25 to 28 marks, that is the benchmark I'll set for myself, and I will try to go towards this side. I will try to go and try to score more than 90 percentile, but this is what the benchmark should be. Now guys, in DILR, you got 16 questions under DI and 16 questions under LR. Now both these sections are together. That means, let's say you got 8 questions right in DI and just 3 questions right in LR. Still you got 8 plus 3, 11, 33 marks in this section. What I'm trying to say is, some students, they are good in logical reasoning, and there are some students, they are good in data interpretation. So emphasizing on your strength, you guys can attempt those many questions correctly, because 16 questions are of DI, 16 questions are of LR, but they together make one section. As I've mentioned here, it's a loophole, or I can say it's a plus point in CAT examination, that even if you're good in logical reasoning or maybe just good in data interpretation, you can still easily cross 90 percentile. Now on what score, what percentile you can get, that we have already discussed in the previous slide. So I hope you guys are getting my point. Both the topics are together, and cumulative score of both the topics is considered for this section. Now under logical reasoning, there are going to be any kind of questions, so I'm not going to talk about what kind of questions you are going to get, and of course that is very subjective. But under DI, this is usually the cases. In DI or under data interpretation, you're going to get 4 sets: table and chart, 4 questions under one set; table, pie chart, you're going to get 4 questions; graph and chart, you're going to get 4 questions; graph and bar diagram, you're going to get 4 questions. So overall you're going to get 16 questions. Guys, data interpretation and logical reasoning, especially data interpretation, is nothing but it is about analysis, comparison, and projection. You have to analyze the data, or maybe there is a question on analysis, or maybe a question on comparison, in which year what happened, what was the percentage increase, average decrease, whatever, or the projection. So your questions are going to revolve around these 3 things: analysis, comparison, and projections. I hope this small recording is going to help you to understand what is DILR and what you can expect from this section in CAT examination. Thank you guys.